time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
Theoretically, you're never supposed to have anything planned, right? You just have you have general consensus of how things go, and then you hope that they go the way that you do. But like a dungeon master, you don't ever, want to have things too set in stone. You know what I mean?
The sword in the stone.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm talking about. Like the problem with the guy and the sword and the stone is that everybody was so affixed, they were so transfixed by the sword. They weren't able to see what was around them.
I feel like you're really loud, but that's fine.
I mean, I didn't touch anything, so.
Well, we know how things work when you don't touch them.
They don't work.
Your lights just changed really quick. That was weird.
That's because
the camera changed the filter.
I don't
It went from crystal clear to 1993.
Is it back? Is it back to crystal clear? I hope.
Well, as clear as your camera. Oh, it changed again? Oh, it changed again.
Is it just because I'm moving? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's just I'm moving. If I'm over here, it's fine. I don't know, dude. I had the same
it's
light.
It's throwing me off. It's hyper focused on, it doesn't know which shade of red.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what happens whenever you have, the skin tone of a fucking cherry tomato, but,
Cherry, you wish you were that red, dude.
I mean... Why would I want to be that red? That's a Kool-Aid orange. That's Kool-Aid man red is what that is.
You just said orange because you're dumb.
Anyways,
how are you?
This episode's off to a great start already.
Yeah, my elbow here.
Yeah,
has grinded this armrest and chunks just are coming off of it, dude.
Hey, you got to stop that. First of all, second of all. Just because you're on that grind set, dude. It's you're grinding.
It's hunt, dude.
Yeah, it's why we always dying. So you're grabbing your chair. You're not playing the game. You're fucking grabbing your chair and grinding it down.
No, I'm playing.
Oh man,
better than you, dude. Fucking better than you.
Whatever, dude. We all know that we're equally matched in that game.
We're not.
We got to go 1v1 right now in the middle of this episode. We go to the shooting range and we just start playing Hunt Showdown. Okay.
I just think that we have a. I don't want to go into a diatribe, but we have a dynamic in Hunt that is just different. It's not a game where it's I'm better than you. It's just we excel at different things.
Yeah, you're a top. I'm a bottom, right? You go high, I go low.
I'm more of I'm a little bit more I don't like the word conservative, but I'm a little bit more careful in my approaches where you're just I'm gonna go in and make as much noise as possible and get headshot and then get mad when I get headshot.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
They should not have heard me coming.
I mean, I do try to be stealthy, but it's to me, I've learned that it doesn't matter what I do, I'm gonna die. So I just run in. I run in sometimes, I be stealthy sometimes, and it's just
if you have a baseball bat or a saber, you're pretty deadly up close.
Yeah, dude. You don't want to get caught in a train car with me with a saber. That's for
if
sure.
It's you by yourself, we're cooked because you can't see shit.
No, and that game is not catered to people who can't see colors, right? And it's I've tried, and I can't see colors. I can't.
But you've played 2,000 hours, and it's not bothered you until recently.
I mean, it's probably always been an issue. I just
I will say the night maps are really hard to see sometimes.
I can't see even more in the night, and it's you have to have all your lights turned off. So
there's been quite a bit that has happened since last week. Obviously, we'll start with the Prince of Darkness. It's so weird how just hyper focused we've been over the course of the last month or so, where we talked about the DNA cloning thing, and you were oh, this is dumb, and we both agreed it was kind of just a gimmick.
Yeah.
And then then the concert, blah blah blah, and then he passed away. But it's so crazy. He literally lived life to the fullest. Probably never thought he would make it to 76.
Especially like
Park
the copious amounts of drugs, I'm
Well,
sure.
yeah, with the lifestyle that he lived there, especially in his early rock and roll years, and it's just like it just I don't know. It was kind of poetic to sort of go out the way he went. He went out on his own terms, sort of.
Yeah.
Played the final show, and you know,
And it's like it really is that he truly did get to like go out on his own terms too. Like he got to
yeah,
finish his last show. You know,
yeah.
he
The
didn't live.
Parkinson's was apparently really bad.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
I don't know. I don't. It's one of those like diseases that you don't hear a lot about outside of
I mean,
like people
Michael
like
J. Fox.
outside of like
I
Michael
think
J. Fox
Muhammad
and
Ali.
like people make fun of like the shaking and stuff that comes with it and whatnot. And it's like I feel like there's a lot more that goes to it, as well. So
It's neurological.
yeah, there was
It's pretty debilitating.
one of the people I worked with. His grandfather had Parkinson's as well, and he said that like there towards the end he would just like see shit all the time, like be like calling his grandkids and stuff like that, telling those people out in the yard like trying to get in his house
Now,
and shit like that, and, like seeing shadow people and whatnot.
I
So
do not want to be insensitive in this, but like I do have a genuine question. So they do shake, like they
yeah,
just shake all the time. Do they shake in their sleep?
I don't know. All I know is that like that one guy smoked weed and like he stopped shaking
Yeah,
in that
there was
video a long
that.
time ago. Yeah.
But like, is that real?
Probably, honestly, yeah, because it like does something in your brain. I don't know, dude. What is real, honestly, when you think about it at the end of the day? Like, so,
But R.I.P. Rest
I
in
mean,
power to the Prince of Darkness.
if you have a debilitating disease of some sort, you should get a card that says, "I can do whatever drug I want." And I think it's fine because,
That's
like,
super progressive of you.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
just saying,
you just want people running around doing drugs?
if they
Hey,
have a
guess what? Hey,
debilitating
hey,
disease,
hey,
yeah,
hey. They do that anyways.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in
It's illegal and they
particular,
do it anyways.
yeah,
So
but I'm just saying, like, in particular, like, right,
that's
like
always been
you,
my biggest. Again, I have been since day one of this podcast when we talk about like drugs and stuff. I have always talked about part of obviously like we know people who smoke weed for medicinal purposes and like that's fine. But a large portion of people that why are you smiling?
I'm just, I'm definitely paying attention to what you're saying, but at the same time, I saw the window in my background, and I was like, I could do some funny stuff with that later. And I was just thinking of the funny stuff I could do
Oh.
with it in my head, and then it was just, and now I'm laughing because it's like, of course I was paying attention to what you're saying. Sure, yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking. Come on,
What was I saying?
you're saying the people do drugs regardless of if they're
Right.
legal or
Part
not
of the
illegal.
part of the people the reason people drink growing up, people do drugs going up is because you're not supposed to. It's like the forbidden fruit because you're not supposed to do these things. So younger kids start doing it, whatever, and then they just start doing it habitually, blah blah blah. That's obviously not an absolute rule, but I do feel like if it was made I mean, again, I don't know what changes. I don't really know what changes if like weed is legal, like 100% legal in 50 states, other than and, like you tax it like you do everything else.
Yeah,
What changes? What changes?
nothing.
You gotta let a bunch of people out of jail.
I mean, honestly, that's a big part of it. But like, truly, like, what changes is people like start feeling like they can go and get clean because they're not stigmatized for going to like clinics and whatnot and like getting help or whatnot. Like, it feels like, and you got more research that's being done on these drugs because there's certain laws and regulations that don't allow people to do or scientists to do research on it because they're like considered, the certain classes of drugs or whatever. I think that they lose their appeal to a lot of people like early on as far as the gateway drugs go, because then you don't have these kids who are like running around like, oh, I'm gonna start smoking weed and whatnot, and like, and as to whether or not marijuana is a gateway drug like they say it is, or whatever you believe, like, I think that it truly, like drinking, right, not having this idea of, oh, it's like you were saying, like, oh, mom and dad said don't do it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It's illegal or whatever. Like, I think that
Right.
does take away some of the appeal. So,
Right. I mean, that's just my theory. It's not.
but
I mean, I
at the
don't
end, yeah,
fucking
like
know
you're saying,
shit.
like at the end of the day, not much changes. Fucking, you make it illegal, you're gonna
Yeah,
have to let
because it's
people out of
like the
jail.
argument from the old people are always just like, well, don't just have people running around doing drugs, as opposed to what do you think that because it suddenly becomes legal that people are just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna smoke the weed now, like they
Yeah,
do it anyways.
I mean, yes, Yeah, it'd be because I'm
There
thinking
are
like,
people like you who are like, well, I might try it now. I don't have the paranoia of getting
absolutely.
caught.
Like, yeah, if it is legal, I'm not worried about it. But it's then again, it's like you still shouldn't go to
But
work
you
like
don't.
lit off your
But
ass, you know? Like,
why? But I mean, again, like you don't take a drug test. So like,
yeah, I mean, at
what are you
home.
afraid of?
Yeah, at home, it'd be like, yeah, I try it. You know, what are they gonna come to my house, bring down my door, be like, hey, you smoking weed in here? Like,
You smoking the weed?
I don't know. But if I start like getting really good at my job, you might think that something changed, and it might be the weed. You know, like I can actually sit down and
Has
focus.
nothing to do with it. Like you got diagnosed with ADHD, medicated, and
Yeah,
then it's
no,
all the other life changes. It
yeah.
just so happens that like you start doing drugs,
I mean, it is crazy, like to think
but
like,
you are doing drugs
yeah, I'm technically speaking on a controlled substance. Yeah, so like I am doing drugs currently, but they're
yeah.
legal. So you know, come at me,
For
cops.
now.
For now, yeah. Until, yeah, for now, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, it's just it is kind of crazy how every day just seems like it gets dumber than the next day. You know,
Oh yeah.
like, and it's
Speaking of dumb,
yeah,
perfect
dude,
transition. Speaking of
it's
dumb,
what I do.
what's the worst way for you to get caught cheating on your wife?
Man, low key, there's tons of ways, really, right? Like
What's
the
the most
dumbest.
humiliating and embarrassing way for your wife to find out?
I think the probably the dumbest and most embarrassing would be like if you were at some sort of like big event and there was
Yeah,
like at least a couple 100,000 people,
sure.
and you've seen it before. Maybe they have like a funny cam of some sort going around,
Like a
like
kiss cam.
like a kiss cam. It'd be
Yeah.
crazy concept, and it just so happens to land on you in front of a live broadcast. That would
The
honestly
thing
that
is it was not a live broadcast.
yeah. Well, I mean,
No, no. So, first of all, I don't think you can ever recover as a human being. A, being caught going to a Coldplay concert, but B, getting caught cheating on your wife
roasted.
with with the HR manager of the fucking company in which you are a CEO of. S- Three,
It
it
honestly,
then goes viral, and
yeah,
again, it goes viral because somebody's filming it, not because it was broadcasted.
yeah,
And then four, because you make it so blatantly obvious that you're not supposed to be there. Like, because think about it, if you're in that situation, all right, it only becomes a thing because of the reaction that you gave. But then the reaction you give is almost like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this anyways. But it's like if you would have just embraced each other, no one pays the fucking attention to this because no one, oh, it's like, oh, they're just a couple, all right.
yeah.
But because of the reaction, it then fucking spirals
You're
and
still
become.
cooked for sure, right?
I
Like
don't think so.
you're,
I don't know. I feel like
I,
if he doesn't pull away and hide and she hides and they just sit there and they embrace as if they're a couple because no one knows who the fuck these people are.
yeah.
No
I'm not
one
gonna lie
knew.
to you. I didn't know who he was as
No
soon as I
one
saw it. It was
no one knew 5 days ago who these people were. And then because of this clip that gets shared online and it's like oopsie and then Coldplay tweets out about it and then this is the part of the internet that annoys me, all right? It's like you could not go anywhere without multitude of just, and again, that's the viralness and the trending part, but like for 2 or 3 days, that's all you saw. And people were just like doing, and like some of the images were funny, right? One of them was like, Trump and Epstein like holding each other, like,
that's
and it was just like,
that's
so
so
there's
good.
stuff like that. But like, it was already just like, oh my God, like I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like this shit happens all the time.
yeah,
Who fucking gives a shit? And I guess that like he stepped down, and then his wife is going to his wife is going to take everything from him.
good for her. You know.
All of that because you decided that you wanted to go see Coldplay.
Yeah.
Like, what a
Well, I
fucking
mean, also
loser.
the fact that like you were cheating on your wife, that's like really
But
shitty
that
of you
happens all
too.
the time. Is my like,
Yeah,
dude? I listen. I know that first thing's gonna happen. People are gonna listen to this and be like, "Well, you're just a metalhead, so of course you don't like Coldplay, dude, bro." I would rather listen to Creed than listen to Coldplay.
hey buddy, you and I are in agreement on this.
Coldplay fucking sucks,
Hey,
dude.
and for what it's worth,
Like,
the Coldplay people, the band themselves, I'm sure they're fine, but
dude,
their music I hate.
garbage,
Sorry
dude.
if we lose listeners because of
Hot,
this,
steamy pile of
and this
garbage,
might be the end of our podcast. I don't know how big of a
dude.
reach Coldplay has, but like, I'm sorry, buddy.
I
It's
I'll be honest with you. I'm not really like hip to the music scene, like the current, like what's popular. More than anything, I was like, Coldplay's still around.
Yeah, it's almost
Like
like
that
Pearl
would
Jam, right? Like
Pearl Jam's good though.
yeah, but I mean, like Pearl Jam's been around for like 80 years, right? They've
No,
been here since the
they started
creation
in
of music.
they started in the 90s.
They've been here for literal 80
30
years.
years.
It's
No, they
insane.
haven't.
It feels like
Black
they've
Sabbath
been,
has been around for like 50.
and it's like, when are these guys gonna stop making music? And they keep going. And it's like same
I
thing goes for
mean,
Coldplay. You know,
dude, I mean, Parkway's been around for like 23 years.
these old guys and their music need to cut it out.
I think that you
Okay,
have a misconception of time because 30 years ago
I was a little
was
baby.
like
I was a little 5-year-old baby.
1990
Five,
whatever.
1995 is when it was.
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
that's to me that was 10 years ago.
That's what it
You know
feels
what I
like,
mean?
dude. Yeah, it feels like it was 10 years ago.
Like
but
the 80s was 50 years ago. Shout out to all our olds that listen to this podcast. You
yeah,
old
dude.
old bastards.
Take your arthritis medication. I gotta say.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, what an absolutely mortifying experience for that guy. And honestly, it
Good.
seems like here's the thing though. He's not a billionaire, you know, but he's up there. He's a piece of shit CEO. You
Yeah.
know, feels like he's above everybody else, you know, and it just seems like every summer we're having these events where like these super mega rich people are getting their comeuppance in public.
And I like it. I'm here for it.
First, we get the submarine that implodes.
And it's hell yeah, dude.
And then we get a CEO that gets offed on the streets.
Yeah.
And
R.I.P.
then
You know, I guess.
then
Rest
the,
in
then
piss, really.
then
You know.
yeah, and then there's the guy, the billionaire we talked about who swallowed a bee or whatever it
Oh
was.
shit, dude! Yeah, bees out here killing people. If Mother
now
Nature's trying to kill you, something's wrong. You're doing something wrong. Okay.
So, you know,
And I'm okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for exposing these billionaires and trillionaires and millionaires.
I don't think he was a billionaire though.
He's probably not. I don't
He's a
even
millionaire.
honestly. I don't even know what company he runs, dude. It's
Some
probably
tech
some
company.
stupid AI bullshit company that they're like a shell company of another shell
The
company.
biggest takeaway is like everyone's biggest fear comes true is you can't fucking trust that bitch in HR, man.
No, and it's okay. That was another thing I wanted to mention: the fact that like how big of a mess that is, right? The shareholders are not going to be happy about that one, right? You've broken all kinds of policies, I'm sure. You know, the paperwork on this one is going to take days. That's for sure. All right, there's going to be a lot of write-ups.
Considerable amount of paperwork.
Considerable amount of paperwork. A lot of write-ups. They're definitely not keeping their jobs. You know, they're gonna.
Well, I think the CEO
board's
stepped
gonna-
down or is going to step down. I mean, yeah. But dude, that's again the power of the internet to be raked through the coals and like again, the wife finds out via the fucking internet.
And honestly, her response, sick.
I don't necessarily believe that was.
I
her
had a
response.
I had a lot of words in it. I had a lot of words. A lot of.
I
big
don't
words.
necessarily know if she typed it. I mean, anybody could fucking type that. You know what I mean?
Not just that. It sounded like it was a message given by an 80-year-old woman who was sitting beside a thesaurus, right? Because there was a lot of big words in there. But
Well,
she had.
people
I
use
mean,
big words all the time, Jacob.
but-
Just because you don't doesn't mean that other people.
Yeah,
don't.
but it felt very like sitting on top of a white horse.
It
but
felt
also,
it felt very formal, as if a lawyer had written it.
yeah, but good for her. You know, go after everything. I say, get your bag. You know, get your bag, honey.
Oh, she'll never have to work a day in her life.
No, I'm pretty sure she probably didn't.
She's
to
got
begin
she got
with,
three
but
she got 3 kids, so she got her
Yeah.
hands full. But like,
that's. I mean,
but then think about like the ripple effect that's gonna have. Now, again, the internet things go and pass within the super cycle. But like, if kids get a hold of that, and those kids they go to school with her kids, find out, dude, those kids are just gonna be bullied, man. And it's just like, oh, your dad listens to Coldplay. I'm like, fuck you, man.
and yeah, honestly, that's the biggest insult that could come out of this, really. And it's like, damn, you know, I don't know if I find out my dad listens to Coldplay, I don't know how to continue. You know, I don't know how I
It's
go
like,
on.
It's time to
So-
put him in a home.
Yeah, honestly.
Who
Put him in
knew that
home
we had a
with Coldplay.
mutual who knew we had this mutual disdain for Coldplay?
I cannot stand their music. And the only song that I've ever listened to was "The Sky Full of Stars," and it wasn't even sung by Coldplay. It was sung by the gorilla in Sing 2. So
Oh, okay, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like the gorillas, but you were saying it as like just
No,
one
no,
gorilla,
no. It was the gorilla in Sing 2, and
just one of the gorilla from the gorillas.
Johnny, that's his name. It's sung by Johnny, and I don't even know who plays the voice actor for Johnny. I think it's like Taron Elegant or
Probably
something
Chris
like that.
Pratt. Probably Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, he was. You remember? Do you remember that he was doing everything? He was
He still
Mario.
is. He still is.
He's in Jurassic Park.
I don't think he's in Jurassic Park anymore.
I don't even know, dude. He played
I
like, didn't
think
he have like 5 different voice roles in one year or something like that? It's me, Mario. It's me, I'm Chris Pratt, but I'm Mario. You know, it's like that.
Yeah,
But
something
he did
like
an all
that.
right job. Mario was fine.
Yeah, man. Pedro Pascal's everywhere now, and people are starting to turn on him.
He has kind of oversaturated himself a little bit, you know, and
Yeah.
it's get the money though. I say get the money and run. You know, who cares what if people are saying? But they're talking about you. You know, as
But
long
I
as you
think
get
it's
paid.
well, it's like Hollywood is shrinking. You know what I mean?
You
Like you're
telling
just
me
starting to
that
see where
like
it's like the same 5 people are just doing everything.
yeah, yeah. And then I think about it, yeah, because I mean it's just like you know I'm tired of it. I don't even care about movies anymore, man.
Why not?
I just
So you had an experience at Target the other day.
it's very aggravated. That is for sure. I shut up, Siri. Don't talk to me right now. I went to Target with the kids. We went school shopping, right? It's like 10
Spent a
o'clock.
fortune.
Yeah, spent a fortune. Spent a small fortune on some school
How come you
supplies.
didn't do tax-free weekend?
Why would you do tax-free weekend? Is
Because
exactly
you like
why.
to save money.
Yeah, but you know who else likes to save money? Everybody else in the goddamn.
I don't like to save money.
Everybody else in this freaking state, okay? This city. I couldn't think of the word for where we live. Anyways, so we didn't want to go during tax-free weekend because, like, yeah, it's gonna be super busy, too many people, sweaty, bleh, you know. So we went to
Public
we
people.
went to Sunday and we were hanging out. Got up to the registers with all of our $250 worth of items, and
That's
mind
it.
you,
That's cheap.
it was like 10 o'clock, right? It wasn't early. It was early, but it wasn't early, right? The church crowd hadn't even gotten there yet, okay? I guess that makes it a little bit early. But anyways,
They don't. Well, I guess they go to Target now.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, now that they're
Now
not.
that they're like anti-gay and anti-black.
Yeah, and they brought Jesus back to that place.
And it's funny when you brought Jesus back, their stocks plummeted.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
It's almost like those people don't actually matter. But
Yeah, almost. But nonetheless, I get to Target. I get shopping. We shop. We shop till we drop. We have $250 worth of stuff. We go to check out.
did that hurt you?
It did a little bit, but I was like, we're gonna have to buy it anyways. It's for the kids. It's school stuff. So, there's nobody on the cash registers. So, maybe immediately I was angry.
Yeah, which one did you go to? The one by your house or
One by
me?
my house. One by my house. I feel like it doesn't matter what Target I would have went to because all of them would have had no cashiers. So very upset. And then it's like you get to the sign, it's like 10 items or less. And I'm just like, God damn, I'm gonna punch you in the face to the sign. Can't do the sign. And I'm just fuming the entire time because like
Sending me a message.
sent you a message and it's just like, dude, I don't know why they're raising prices because they're clearly saving a lot of money on not having anybody at the fucking registers right now.
This is super boomer of you. Man.
I was super boomer about it. I felt like saying something to the dude who was just standing there who obviously looked like he hated his life, but he wasn't doing jack shit. And it's just like, why? Why are we what is this? Why are we here? Was this what the future it holds for us? Is this cashierless place where I have to scan my shit? And you know the worst part of it? I don't
No
get
discount.
paid.
Yeah.
I don't get paid to ring that shit up, right? No. So now I have to spend $250 to your establishment and I have to work for you in which I scan. And the kids are like, it's fun, scan stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. But they don't understand the tyranny that we're living under right now, right? Where we have to scan our own things
Yeah, but that's nothing new.
and then pay them money, right? Next thing you know, they're going to have us stock the shelves as we're walking the floor. It's like, hey, I know you're here to shop, but like, can you just take this and put this on the shelf for us? Like, why can't, and it's, I was just so mad, so angry.
In 20 years, you'll have robots that stock.
And
So
hey-
that's gonna eliminate jobs.
That would be better to me than me. And as long as the robot's also ringing up my shit, I don't care because I'm not getting paid to do it. And it's like okay.
Yeah, but by that time, you're not gonna have a job. So
And that's honestly like we've been there, we talked about it before, but like that's been my main argument is that like you are aiming to eliminate your workforce so that way you
Hmm.
can automate all of it and you can make all the cash. But then it's like,
No, that yes and no. What they want to do is they want to be able to get to a point to where you are so desperate that you will work for whatever they pay you.
but that's the
You
thing is
can't
like
negotiate price.
that. But that's the thing is that like
And they want
if
you
that
to
is their
fight.
end goal, right? If that is their end goal, I guess that yeah, theoretically you eliminate the jobs into the point where there's only like 4 jobs available and like 100,000 people per those jobs are applying for it. But it's like
Well, then
if your
we got to put
goal,
people back in the cornfield since they got rid of everybody.
I guess, but it's like if your goal is to eliminate the workforce, who's gonna buy the stuff that you're making, right?
They
Because
don't give a shit
nobody's gonna
because they
have the
will
cash for it.
because the people making those decisions, they have a cushion. They're called
Yes,
millionaires.
I understand that they don't give a shit about it, but at the same time,
Right.
it's like,
That's all you need to know.
hey guys, if you're a millionaire, listen to us right now. You should care about it because if you don't pay anybody to buy the product, and then you start thinking about
That's
it,
a
it's like,
long-term effect. They're only concerned about short-term hoarding.
yes, but it's like then you start thinking about it, and it's like
Profits over people.
It's all just fucking scam, dude. All of it's a scam because it's like
But it's
money
always
is
been.
nothing. Money's made up, right? Because they have all the
Capitalism
money.
has always been a scam.
They have all the money and they're like, hey, here's you a little bit of money, but give that back because go buy our shit. And it's like, it's always just cyclical and none of it means anything. And we're all just like hamsters on a wheel and we're floating through space. We may be in a black hole. Nobody can hear us screaming right now. And it's like, and then if we die, what happens? We just get sucked back into the black hole and spit back out because we're just hamsters in a goddamn wheel right now, my guy. That's all it is, dude. That's all this. That's all of this is.
And yes, and yet you want to stress over what to eat for dinner next week.
Exactly. And we're sitting here fighting, oh, because my sky deity is better than yours, and like, oh, and I don't think that the gay people should be able to get married. And it's like, guys, I don't think you
Don't
realize
isolate
that, like, yeah, don't isolate that because I do think the gay people need to get married. In fact, I think everybody right now turn gay, get married. I think that's a very progressive view of my own, and I think that everybody needs to be gay at least once in their life. So, yeah,
But
I'm
who
just gonna let
you
that
gonna
hang
marry?
for a second. Yeah, I feel like we're pretty compatible, but
You're not my type.
that's honest. Honest, I appreciate your honesty, at least, and hey, I think that's what we need more of too is the idea that like, hey, you can reject me and I can take that and I can say, yeah, thanks, buddy. I'm gonna go work, and to be honest, like I don't need to change and you don't need to change and we don't need to change for each other because then like why are we together? Like if we're just gonna be
We're
somebody
never gonna beat
completely
those
different,
allegations, dude.
we're never gonna beat them. But hey, if I say you can't beat them off. That's what I'm always saying. So, anywho,
Like that movie theater.
yeah, dude. And if honestly, I guess that's the next step. Regal, if you're listening, shouts out to Alan. If you're listening over there, wherever you work for the movie industry, you get us some theaters that jerk us off, that finger blast us while we're sitting there. Hey, that's gonna get people in those seats. That's gonna start filling
Hey,
them up.
That
So,
must be what happened at that Coldplay concert.
must have been pretty good Coldplay, honestly. Like they must have had one of them those what are they, the BJ robots? Is that what they call it? This episode's definitely not for kids. So honestly, if your kids are listening out there, please turn it off. Like
There's
you should have
never-
stopped a long time ago.
I forgot to mention it a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
but the older I get, the more I appreciate that complimentary breakfast at a hotel. And it's what's funny is they're all the same.
Oh yeah, they're all garbage.
It's all the same.
garbage. Yeah.
But like there's like a trick because you're paying for it. It's not free.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
not, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like all right.
It's again, it's just being on the hamster wheel, dude. It doesn't matter. Like all that money is going somewhere, right? You didn't pay $300 for one night to stay at this
Now,
hotel for
how do you
the room
feel
only.
How do you feel about this? Like you're in town, right? And you just happen to like, let's say you get up at your hotel, right? And your hotel doesn't have complimentary breakfast, right? You're just staying at a cheap hotel. Okay, great. Like, who's to stop you theoretically from just going to a different hotel and just walking in and getting free breakfast?
I don't know. I don't
because here's the thing. The people at the front are on like 10-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So they don't know if you checked in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because
the previous night.
They
and you
wouldn't
could just
know. This might be one of those what they call an unethical life hack. Is that
um
like, hey, if you're in a hotel next to a hotel with complimentary breakfast, as long as you don't make it look like you were too prepared before you walk in there, sit down and have a little coffee on
again,
the.
it's like a hack. I told you, when you go somewhere new,
Mm-hmm.
you have you just need to have the confidence as if you know you belong. Like you've been here before. Even if
Yeah,
you've never been here before, give off the vibe and the aura that you know what you're doing, and you're like you want to give off such a confidence that people come up to you and ask you questions
yeah, and it's like,
because
yeah, dude.
you
It
know what I mean?
honestly is about like confidence because you think about it, how many times if you like ever approach somebody like, hey, are you staying in this hotel? Like, are
Yeah.
you here? Like, are you here? But even like just in life, like how many times is somebody looked confident and you approach them and question their confidence about being in a place? You know, as long as they're looking confident, I don't give a shit, dude. You
I
know,
mean, I guess technically, I was gonna say theoretically, but technically, that is stealing.
it's free, dude.
It's
I don't see the
that's
star. I don't see the little asterisk saying that you have to be a paying customer.
I bet it is
There's
complimentary
absolutely,
breakfast
yeah.
for patrons only. But how are they gonna prove it? They're gonna prove it, I guess, by if there's just like a mass influx of people and like there's a line outside the
Well, it's a
door
good
of
thing
people.
that it's a good thing that we don't like a huge listener base, and like people aren't gonna go out there and actively do this next tomorrow or whatever. But like, yeah, I think honestly, I'm fine with it. I'm not
Like,
legally speaking from our HR representative, who is my wife, right? One of them. Uh,
I just think it would be a cool bit for you. Like, it would be in your wheelhouse of just be like, I'm gonna go grab breakfast this morning.
I
Let's go to a hotel,
I
and you
think
just
I
you
would
go
love
in
to
and
if there wasn't the fear of being caught. Like I was like, you know what I mean? Because like
that's the
that would be
thing.
my anxiety
No
the whole
balls,
time. Is
bro.
I wouldn't be able to do it because I would just be like. But then again, okay, they catch me eating the complimentary breakfast that I don't go there. Right? What are they gonna do to me?
They're gonna kick you out,
Yeah.
or they're
Oh no.
gonna arrest you.
And then what?
But
How is that gonna
you
look on
have,
paper whenever I'm
but
being
you
hauled
have.
away on a
Well, hold
TikTok
on.
video?
You're white, so you are going to be asked to leave.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That is, my friend, what we call a white privilege.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, I just want to say, everybody, I don't like that I have it. Okay, right? And I'm not saying this isn't. I truly like. I understand
What,
that it
racism?
exists. Yeah, honestly, I hate racism. Okay, and if we can cut that out,
You didn't get it.
what?
You said you're like, I don't like that I have it. And I was like, what, racism?
Oh
And you're like,
no, no,
yeah.
no! I hate racism. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I'm not a
You need a
racist.
shirt that says end racism.
Yeah,
That's a shirt.
is there a shirt that says "End Racism"? I feel like
Hmm.
it's. I think I need to sell more of those, honestly, because like.
I think it started a couple years. I think the NFL did a thing a couple years ago.
But then I
Doing
think
the whole
okay,
Colin Kaepernick thing.
but don't. I mean, it feels cheesy, right?
Oh yeah, it's got their capitalist fingers all over it.
Yeah, and it's like that's why I feel like it should only be sold by like somebody who just like makes these shirts by for themselves or whatever. There shouldn't be like a corporation behind like any shirts that say like "in racism" or like "be gay" or whatever,
Well,
because
that
it's
shit
like
has to be approved by the NFL, dude.
because
They have shareholders and networks to appease.
you
Dude,
know. So I did the jerk off motion. Everybody out there is just
it's
listening.
all about the money, dude. It's what
Yeah,
everything's about, man.
and hey, it's almost like again we're on this giant spinning rock in the middle of space in a black hole, and we're fighting over money and shit like that. And it's like what are we even doing? What are we even doing here? You know? I don't know, but
I'm coaching softball, dude.
how is that going? Have we
It's
talked about it
going.
yet? Have we talked
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, it's going well.
yeah,
Um, they're on a 3-game losing streak at the moment. It's fine.
it's all right.
By the
We've been
time this
there,
comes
yeah.
out, by the time this comes out, it'll be a four-game losing streak because they're not going to win the next game.
You know, maybe they'll
The
upset.
thing,
You know,
no, the thing is I'm having a good time. I think the girls are having a good time. But they absolutely 100%
mm.
do not listen.
Okay. So explain to me what's going on here. Like, what do you mean by like, they
They
do not?
don't listen.
Like, are you telling them to
They
go to second
don't.
and they don't, and they're like they stop
They
them
don't.
first?
They don't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even like after every game. Did we win? Did we win?
Are they not keeping score? Like, are they? Do they not have a
No,
scoreboard or?
no, we're all keeping score, but it's just like, how do you, because they're all in the dugout not paying attention.
Ah, yeah. This is kind of what happens whenever teammates become too good of friends. Is like they start playing and having a good time with each other instead of like the game. And
It's also summer league, so it's like not a big deal. It's also a lot of people on our team. It's their first go at softball.
did you guys get? Did you? Okay, so did you all get a team? You're good. Did you all get a team that is like mainly first years,
We
and
have a
then
lot,
the
yeah.
rest of the other teams are like sprinkled
Well,
with people who
there's
do this
one team
for
that
like
is
a
essentially an
living?
all-star team,
Okay.
and the other three teams are like pickup teams. So there's three teams that are evenly matched, and one team that is run ruling everybody.
Okay, so that's a team that like they probably got together and like, hey, we do this year round thing, and
They
like we
came
want to
they
keep these
came
girls on the same.
pre-established. Yeah, they came pre-established.
Okay, yeah, that's shitty because it's like,
I mean,
hey,
well, I think a lot of the girls are going up to the next league officially after this. So this was their last hoorah together.
but it's
And
just
it's
like
because,
kind
like,
of
dude,
scummy to
some
be
of the
like, yeah, let's.
bro, some of these girls, like, they do the wind up where that leg kicks out and they fucking crush it.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
like,
because
dude,
they do
there's
this year
girls on our
round.
team that
Yeah,
can't hit it past like the pitcher's mounds, and these people are almost fencing the shit.
yeah, that okay,
And I'm
that's
like,
travel ball team for sure, dude. Like,
and
yeah,
it's just like, so that's who they play this week, and they're gonna get absolutely obliterated. And it's just like, there needs to be a little bit of structure, and then like rules have changed so much since when I played. Like there's just a lot of weird things that like you're not supposed to play the same position back to back games. You're supposed to rotate players, rotate batters. You're supposed to do all this so that everybody's included. But it's just like our coach is like, well, I'm also like trying to win, and and so it's just
yeah,
like,
as you should be, because like,
but she also has to like put people on first base and second base that have no business being on first and second base. So it's just like
God, it's such a yeah, dude. I remember it, man. That was so.
that.
My
So
dad
it's
actually coached us like 2 or 3 years in my life,
mhm.
and he said he'll never do it again because of that. Like he did. He had one good year in which we got the team that I played for in that county. We went the farthest any team from that county had went in the All Star games. It like in history of that area, right? So we got like to the third or fourth round of like the All Stars, right? And he said that that last game that they played was the most stressful like moment in his life because like he had parents coming up to him like, yo, put my kid in, he can handle it. And it's like, hey
It's
guys, hey, this is like pickup ball, all right? I
yeah.
understand that it's like a big deal to you and your kids or whatever, and that's cool, whatever, but it's like we're not playing for the fucking majors right now.
It's
Chill
weird.
out.
It's weird. Like it's a stark contrast to my child. I've talked about it many times where, and I think a lot of it is the age because I see it a lot in the girls on her team too because they're all about the same age. But like even to this day, I have that fuck you, I'm gonna prove you wrong attitude,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where like if I played like shit, I would be told I played like shit. I would be scalded that I played like shit,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I would either let it defeat me or I would stew on it and I bet like I'll come back next game. I'm gonna show you what it's like. I didn't like
Hit a
losing.
home run.
I
Yeah.
didn't like losing. I don't like losing now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a good teammate. I have great sportsmanship when it comes to that sort of stuff. Like I don't, especially like when you're a coach, like you try not to get too high, get too low on emotions. Like you celebrate. Like you're also not allowed in this league. You can't like swing, bada, swing. Like you can't do
I think
that.
that chirping honestly makes softball so much
But I
better.
think when you get a little bit older, it's okay. These are like 7, 8, 9 year old girls, so they don't even
Let them
half of them don't
chirp,
even
you know?
half of them don't even. Well, yeah, but like, dude, then you run into problems because the biggest problem is not the kids, it's the parents.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And then you've got like again, like it's I have to stress it's summer league. There are 4 teams.
I mean that is fair, and I think that like they're at an age too where like a lot of them are just coming into it. So maybe it is good that they don't chirp in this
This is
league.
more about like fundamentals and stuff like that. Like Zoe,
Which
we've already signed up Zoe for fall ball where she's gonna play on a different team. Six teams. It's gonna be a little bit like we're gonna see how this next phase goes. It's like, okay, you've got a season, you've got the basics under your belt, and I'm hoping that this next league she plays in sort of like shoehorns her because like again part of the problem I have found I was talking to the coaches like consistency where it's like we're trying to teach these girls how to play, but also like it's hard to teach these girls how to play one position, let alone how to play fucking 9 positions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no consistency where I told her, I was like, let's keep the batting lineup the same the next game, so that way they can learn a pattern. Like, okay, you know who you were after last game, so it's like because most people learn through repetition, right?
Yeah.
Through habit
And then
forming. And
next
it's just,
year, if you guys are back together again,
I
then you
doubt
start
it.
saying, "Oh, hey, okay, you hit really good in the third spot. I'll put these two in back to back or whatever." It is,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, like, man, you're getting my coaching days coming. I've always wanted to coach, that's for sure, but
dude,
it's so stressful,
it
you know?
is. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah,
So funny to me because I had no interest in coaching, and I somehow I'm like the assistant coach now.
yeah. You got to bring your old boy Jakub around. Or it sounds weird. It sounds like bring me around those little girls. Yeah, let me
That's
teach them.
gross.
Yeah, that is really gross. But I love softball, man. My sister played it growing up or whatever, and like
You've been invited to the field, bro.
I know I've got to get out there. We fucking schedules, dude. God,
I mean,
you
our
know.
fall. I'll tell you this: our fall league is closer to your house.
Oh yeah, buddy. That where do you guys got to play it? And I guess we'll talk about it later off podcast. I don't want to dox anybody, but hell yeah, dude. I am planning on getting down there to a game this season though, and
You better hurry. There's only like 3 weeks left.
I know, dude. I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting right there. It'd probably end up just being me and Quinn, but hey, we'll be there. You know,
That's fine. I mean, you don't have to. No obligation. All right. So
you. We're gonna do a little bit of a pivot here. You taxed me, right? You taxed me. You texted me as well yesterday, right? And you were like, "Hey, I need you to do a little bit of work for me today." And today being like tomorrow, right? For today's podcast. The whole
I just
point
noticed
being,
I left my water bottle and I'm thirsty and parched.
do you want to go get it real quick? I'll talk to the camera. Okay.
No.
All right. I got my water. You want me to share with you? It's over here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'll just pour it on my camera. You texted me that day and you're like, hey, I need you to do a little bit of work. Totally short notice. So, but you wanted me to come up with something for this episode. And I
Now,
got to say,
the background to this.
okay, go
All right,
ahead.
this is episode 316.
316.
Now, 316 has meaning to two people, and there are two versions of the 316, right?
Yeah.
There is the lesser known version of John 316, which is some biblical verse. I don't even know. But the bigger and more important thing is Austin
316.
316,
Yeah.
which is
I
the
actually
bird.
know about. I don't know it, but I know about it. So, go ahead. Oh, did you cut out? Did I cut out?
Did you die?
Holy shit, dude. I thought you were just standing there like waiting for me to continue on. And I was like, oh, my interconnection is unstable. No. What do you mean?
So it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
Anyway, so you know, little background for anybody. Don't put this in our YouTube because you'll get flagged by
Oh,
the
no, I'm
Fed.
not going to. I'm not going to.
So, anyways,
I
Stone
don't feel
Cold
like
Steve
pulling
Austin
it.
wins the King of the Ring and gives this speech, and he gives the infamous Austin 316, says, "I just whipped your ass," and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so, which then ushered in the arguably the greatest period of pro wrestling of all time, and it's the number one selling wrestling T-shirt of all time, just the simple Austin 316. So, with that being said, and then the little bit of the kayfabe of this being a fans of wrestling, I guess by proxy or whatever. I was like, you need to do something. I'm going to give you the namesake of the episode. We're going to call it Jacob 316. And you were just like, you want me to cut a wrestling promo? And I was like, no, because you'll be terrible at it. And you're like, fuck you, I'll be great at it, and it'll be bad on purpose. And I'm like, don't do that.
Okay. I didn't do that for sure.
You're going to make it awkward, dude.
No, I mean, okay. So you texted me this, and it was like I should have obviously been prepared for something, I guess. But I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know. And I was like, oh, okay. So like, you want me to like make it like the Austin 316? And you were like, no, I was just using that as a reference. And then I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. Okay.
That's honestly, that is a fair assessment because I sort of just left it at that and didn't elaborate.
And then I didn't know what to do. So I spent the entire day like, what does it mean?
Who am I?
Who am
Who
I?
am I?
What does this mean? What would it
You
mean?
start having this like existential crisis about you
And I'm
and
not
what
gonna
you
lie,
mean.
dude. It has kind of sent me down a spiral because I don't know any of it, man. I don't know. I don't know what Jakub 316 would be, dude. I don't know. But then I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't know if I should keep it on script with like kind of like what the Austin 316, because there's such a badass line. There's no following that up, dude. He's such a cool
Off
guy.
the cuff too. It's
And
off the cuff, man.
And it's like, he's such a cool guy, right? I don't have anything as good as like, hey, Austin 316 said I'll kick your ass. Like, Jakub 316 says I'll fucking cower in the corner and piss myself because you scared me. Okay, that's what Jakub 316 means. So I got nothing, dude, as far as that goes. But I did write a little script if you want to hear it. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. This is my script, okay, everybody? Okay, so all right, we're just gonna do a little playful. This is all improv, okay, all right. So you feel free to chime in whenever you want to, all right. But I'd like you to start off by just ask me how I'm doing, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and
Yeah. Okay.
Jacob,
Yeah.
how are you doing?
Shut the fuck up, all right, and listen, okay? I've got some words for you, pal, all right? You came to me last minute, a day before the episode, and asked me to come up with something of my own, all right? I'm not looking at a script right now. This is all blank page. I'm going to show you later. But asked me to bring what I think would embody what it means to be Jakub. And I've got news for you, buddy. I spent all day trying to come up with something, and I think it's high time that I get to run the show, all right? I don't. That felt like really aggressive. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't.
That it?
Yeah,
That's
that's all
it?
I got, dude.
That's it.
That's all.
There's no follow up to that.
I don't.
You had me.
I'm sorry.
You had me. You're
I
supposed to
didn't-
keep going.
Yeah, but I don't know where to go with it. That's the thing. It's like that's all I got. I blew all my like aggression and all my focus in the beginning, and it's like I don't know how to follow up, right? So I get to the point where it's
You
like,
should have followed up with you start pointing out all the things that I do wrong and that you would improve on if you were the host.
oh, man, that's the thing. So I don't have anything that I could.
Yeah, but
improve
it's-
on. You
but
do
it
such a
doesn't
good
ha-
job. Like I just,
But it doesn't have to be
I
true,
would
though.
just feel bad because like here I am critiquing you, and it's like, okay, then because then you would hit me back with like, okay, what the fuck do you do? And I'd be like, you got a valid point. I don't do much, right? I just bring me
Yeah.
to the episodes, right? Sometimes I find funny stories. Sometimes I have good transitions. Very rarely, very seldom does that happen. But
Then it turns into a self-deprecating
And yeah.
roast of yourself.
and it's like, hey, but that's what I bring. That is me, right? That is what I bring to the world, and I think I'm here.
I'm his was.
And that's like I'm here as an example for like even you out there listening can do this, anybody, like you can do this being like life, I've made it almost 35 years, dude. So,